that's where my bag at. All I really need is Wi-Fi. Get money on DeFi. Mega cash on MetaMask. You better run when the runners run. Show you how to get your money up. Dollar inflated like bubble gum. Markets are jumping like double dutch. Buying up gold till I get a ton. Crypto, yeah, I got some. You better run when the runners run. You better run when the runners run.
I can't hear anything, Mike. I hear this noise though, this clicking noise, clicking noise or something. Are we live right now? Yo, put in the chat if you guys can hear Mike. I can't hear anything. We're having technical difficulties. I can't hear anything, Mike. Doesn't even look like your mic's on. It's all you. Yeah, I have no sharing capabilities. Okay, so we're gonna stay live for a little bit. I'm guessing Mike's gonna try to come in and come back. Okay, you can hear me. Okay, awesome. The people say they can't hear Mike. You're live, can't hear Mike. Okay, awesome. Thank you. I appreciate everybody putting that in the chat. So look, while Mike get the audio straightened out, right? Because obviously, you know, Mike, the producer that run his live show, he take control of the whole setup. But right now, he having some technical difficulties. So obviously, what do we got here? Tuesday, a lot going on in the markets right now. Obviously, we're going to talk about crypto. Obviously, we got to talk about gold and silver. Obviously, we want to talk about, you know, capitalizing on this moment, because I know some people might see what's going on with their wallets. They might see what's going on with crypto. And if you're not, you know, seasoned, and if you're not educated, you know, you might have some fear, you have some uncertainty, you have some doubt, but do understand that this is the best time to buy. This is where the wealth is created. It's when you buy and find undervalued assets, okay, and accumulate a lot of them. You know, this is why I say maximize your position, maximize your profits, right? Maximize, you know, your portfolio. And so the timing that we're in right now, where we're seeing everything is like red and everything is going down, this is when I get excited. This is when people who understand how markets function get excited, because this is where the wealth is created, when you're buying assets, when they're on sale, when they're cheap. So when the market does correct, right, when we do see the real value of these assets, okay, that's when you're seeing, you know, significant gains and, you know, massive amounts of money in your wallet and things of that nature. But we got Mike back. How we doing, brother? How's the audio?
Am I back?
He's back. We got him back.
All right, perfect.
Yeah. So
there we go. We only did 5 sound checks before we got on, but apparently it wasn't enough.
Yeah. Well, we got
all right, guys. Sell all your crypto. It's over. That's basically the show tonight. All right, we out. Peace.
Facts.
All right, guys. So this is the biggest fix, the biggest scam. All the prices are so rigged and manipulated right now. This is what's called the biggest bear trap in the history of the world. And what that means is the powers that be, the people that control the markets, want you out of crypto. They want you to sell everything and leave the market so that they can buy up everything on the cheap before it's about to blast off. Now, the same thing's happening in gold and silver, like Ricardo was talking about, is there ain't no more gold and silver. It's about to be gone. It's about to be unobtainium. So we're going to walk through this tonight, guys, and really explain and give you guys, you know, the challenge. And like always, you know, as we always say, is assets over liabilities, right? If you know something has value, you have to know what you hold. Physical gold and silver have survived famines, wars for a millennia, and they're going to do it again. The problem is now is most of it's fake out there. So we're going to get into that tonight. And then obviously we're going to get into why you want to be buying this crypto dip, because there's so much good news tonight. We're going to show you guys tonight. This is why I know this is just a bear trap with rigging and manipulation. But let's start with the base, okay, guys? Because again, we love crypto. We obviously don't even need to explain that to you, but you have to have a base of physical gold and silver. So I'm going to beat Mims to the punch tonight and give a 2-brick clap for getting real money. Okay, guys, this is real wealth. I don't care if the internet goes down. I don't care what the market people do, because we measure our wealth in ounces, not dollars. So there is a storm brewing in gold and silver right now, and we're going to let Andy Scheckman break it down, and then we're going to go into a little bit more, and then we'll Mims it.
Telling me that they weren't told this was coming, and it's the exact same thing we're seeing now. Something is happening. When you see the London Bullion Metals Association, which is a T+1 market, I make my trade, that's T+1 is a day to settle, and I get my metal. It's now T+6 to 8 weeks. Really? Where's my damn metal? Okay,
I just want to make sure everyone caught that, because I know it was quick.
Yeah.
Normally, the LBMA, the London Bullion Metals Exchange, is you make a trade, you get your metal in a day. All right. Now it's you make a trade, you maybe get your metal in 6 to 8 weeks. So Mims, I know that doesn't make any sense, but maybe explain why this is happening and how this is just the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite obvious. It's not there. They don't have it.
They don't have it.
They don't have it. You know, how does the whole business model change from 1 day to 6 to 8 weeks? Well, that's a problem. So what is it that I'm buying that you don't have? And how many other people believe they're buying the same thing that you don't have? And how bad and existential is this thing? You know, this is what we're getting into.
Yep. It's about to get real wild.
Plus 8 weeks wasn't what I signed up for. That's basically a default. Everyone is rushing to get their stuff. It's as if there is an acceleration of a realization that things are about to happen by the people on the inside. Central banks have known this for a very, very long time. And maybe now that Trump is in office, you know, the previous administration allowed metals to be suppressed. I don't care what people say. Let's just get it out there. For the longest period of time, gold and silver have been manipulated and suppressed. The evidence is overwhelming. And they allowed it to happen. And what has happened is that the BRICS nations, largely, many of them, have become coordinated, sophisticated, motivated, and wealthy. And we're playing right into their hand over the last several years by allowing the suppressed price to be delivered. The delivery option off of the COMEX and the LBMA is something people rarely, countries or big institutions rarely exploited. It was a cash settle. It was a speculation. It was hedging risk. It wasn't standing for delivery. And now they're all standing for delivery and doing so look around the world. China's telling me that they weren't told.
So this is massive. And Mims, I'll let you kind of go into this a little bit. But so normally it was fine, right? Hey, just manipulate the price, whatever. But now China and India have been taking delivery and basically just stealing all our gold and silver.
Yeah. I mean, we the whole time we've been dealing with a rigged, managed, manipulated market, and the rigging, the lies, it's coming to an end. Obviously, we're seeing the audits and things that are taking place. This is why, we always tell people, hold on to the asset. And when it comes to precious metals, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. Okay. So that's why we always teach, get the physical. So, like Mike beat me to the punch earlier, but this is why we always pull out the bricks. When we say get silver and gold, we're not talking about, contracts, paper contracts, ETFs. We're saying, get the physical. You want the real asset, because there's going to come a time, okay, where either you won't be able to get it or you won't be able to afford it. And right now, while the rigging, so, it's been a good thing, kind of, because it's allowed us to, the average person who was smart enough to get the asset while it was cheap. Silver's been suppressed for so long. Gold is just starting to break out. But people have to understand that gold and silver is real money. It's God's money. It's constitutional money, right? But the dollar is just is paper. It's a unit of debt. So right now, the world is scrambling for real. and they're getting rid of the fake. The lies are being exposed, and people want the truth. Okay, people are getting out of the scams and the rug pull coins, and they're looking for the real world asset projects, real utility projects. You know, so this is why we're saying acquire these assets now. Okay, because the fake is going out the window, and it's going to come a point in time you won't even be able to get gold and silver. I mean, the big banks and governments, institutions, they're having a hard time getting it. Okay, you can see the writing on the wall. You want to make sure you have it and you hold it and you own it, and you want to get it now.
So there's like 20 other articles I could have shared about this, guys. This is just one. Argo, this is one of the biggest gold and silver producers in the world, will start to charge a temporary extra fee on minted gold and silver starting February 20th. So these are the people that literally pull it out of the ground or mint it into coins. The surge charge is $3.50 an ounce for minted gold, and a massive $3 an ounce or 9.23% for minted silver. That's insane.
Wow.
I mean, no idea what's coming. Gold, almost $3,000 an ounce. Sure. Okay. $350 for that. Not a big deal. Silver, around 35-ish an ounce. And you want to add on an almost 10% to mint it?
Right.
This is on the wholesale level and is on top of normal premiums and minting charges. The LBMA spot price can no longer be said to represent the price of physical metal. So, man, this might be, I'm not sure if you had heard about this, but to me, this is massive and just shows they don't even want people owning real physical gold and silver.
Yeah, we knew this time was coming. You know, the shortages, the premium hikes, the lack of availability. Gold is a thing. Gold and silver is money. People want money.
Everything else is debt.
Everything else is debt. You know, so there's a cost to get this money, and so we're going to see more of this. You know, when we talk about the silver squeeze. Okay, there's not even right now. I've been saying, you know, I've been calling all-time high silver in 2025. I think more and more people are going to start to feel that and believe that. You know, I am even calling for triple-digit silver by the end of the year. I think we're going to see some really dynamic things take place in these markets because what we're going to see here is as the rigging and the manipulation and the fake goes out, everything's going to go on chain now. So Doge is auditing everything. We're talking about auditing, you know, Fort Knox and other. Once everything is audited and checked and cleared, it's going on chain. The rigging and manipulation is going to stop. The voting is going to be on the blockchain. Everything is going to be on the blockchain. Secure, transparent, open source. Okay? So understand something. A lot of people think they own something that they don't. And that's why it's important that you take possession of your assets. When you talk about crypto, not your keys, not your crypto. We talk about the metal. You don't hold it. You don't own it. But you're going to see here, you know, military demand, industrial demand for these real commodities, these real resources. This is what the world is built on, these building blocks, these elements on the periodic table. The lifestyle that you're enjoying right now, the technological revolution is heavily reliant upon these metals and resources. And so silver, being one of the most undervalued, literally silver is the most undervalued physical asset on the planet. And it's still sitting at $30-something an ounce. People don't understand. This is why education is so important.
All right. And I want to add to that, but just so you guys can see this too, not only are they charging more for this surcharge, but they are also suspending the production of minted 15 gram and 100 gram gold bars that we reported yesterday. There is only so much to go around of real physical gold and silver. We have been living in this fake fantasy world of paper gold and silver, where there's 400 fake ounces of paper silver to 1 real ounce of silver. So we can look now and say, you can say, well, gold is already at an all-time high. Gold's been every day. Gold hits a new all-time high. It's been like that for the last 2 weeks or something, right? And so you guys can see people are rushing to get gold, where Elon Musk and Trump are talking about auditing Fort Knox because is the gold there? Who knows? And if you guys are new to the gold and silver game, what they do is they all lend it to each other, right? I say, hey, I have this bar. It's mine. I can prove I hold it. Then I give it to Ricardo, and then Ricardo holds up the same bar, says, yeah, I got this. And then he gives it to 20 other people, and they all say, yeah, we got it. We got 1 ounce silver bar or 100 ounce silver bar, but it's all the same bar. They've been playing this game times 10,000 for decades.
Yep.
The most undervalued asset on the planet, it's not even close, is physical silver. $33 an ounce for their fake paper price. I'll pull up where we get it at for the best prices here in a minute. But again, Mims, Rich Dad, Poor Dad is right again. Robert Kiyosaki. We've been screaming it for the last 5 years, and people ignored it because they're like, oh, silver's boring. The price never goes up. How many times did I say, thank you, bankers, for rigging the market and keeping silver down so we can keep stacking? That's what you guys do when an asset so important to humanity, over 10,000 uses, is rigged and manipulated to keep the price down, is you keep buying it. You back up the truck and keep buying. So Mims, your take on that, again, just to go over here again, gold about to break $20 trillion market cap at $29.45. Apple moves up to number 2, Nvidia down to 3, Bitcoin at 7, silver up 1 to 8. Gold, silver, Bitcoin, crypto, guys. This is what we're talking about. Mims, I'll pull up where the best prices are out here, but I'll let you make sure people understand what's going on here.
Yeah, I mean, folks, understand something, that when these prices take off, it's going to happen quick. People thinking that, they're going to be able to get a certain amount for their dollars, not realizing that price is going to rise quick and you're going to get less. Okay. You want to get it now while it's cheap. This is why even when we talk about crypto or anything, you want to get these undervalued assets, while they're cheap right now. So when we show you these bricks and we talk about these ounces of silver we got, and, we're telling you the best place to get in, we've been telling people for years. But the problem is a lot of people looking for the get rich quick scheme. And we've been saying, no, this is the get wealthy slow. Okay. But now we're coming up in a time in history, okay, in a monetary system where the world is scrambling for this asset right now. And it's not enough of it to go around. That's just, this is gold is a tier 1 asset. It is a zero risk asset. Zero risk when you have gold, zero risk. Okay. So now you not only have, these assets, but right now we have, the economic crisis, we have inflation, we have the things that are going on in the market that are creating an even greater demand for that safety, for that hedge, with these assets, let alone the industrial use, let alone the military use, let alone the private consumption and things of that nature. So, I mean, folks, we're early. We've been telling people for years, but there's going to come a time where it's just going to be too late. We will see these assets reevaluate. I already put the call out. I told you in July with Basel III taking place. And from what I'm understanding, Glenn Beck even talked about it recently, that we might see gold reevaluated. Okay. They're going to reevaluate. The rigging and manipulation is getting exposed. And then we're going to audit what we have. And then we're going to correctly value these assets for what they're supposed to be. And there's going to be massive wealth created for the government and for people, individuals overnight. And everything is then going to move on chain, onto the blockchain. This is why it's important that you know the blockchains and the companies that are going to facilitate that transition, the tokenization of real world assets, okay, which is a $1.64 quadrillion market. We got our pulse on this market. We've been telling people for years. So yeah, we got the best prices. We got the best places to get the silver and the gold and to take advantage of this wealth transfer that's happening, from the physical, and being tokenized into the digital.
Do we need to show them, or do they already know it? What do you think?
Yeah, brother. We got new listeners listening in all the time, brother. Let's
show them then. We've done this 100 times. We always beat everybody. So right now, spot silver at 32.66. You can get a 1 ounce silver buffalo for $1 under spot. That was unheard of even 2-3 years ago. But with everything going on right now, even having physical silver and gold in stock and getting it for less than $1 over spot is insane. Right. We can always We always compare the American Silver Eagle. It's the most popular coin in the world, the most widely accepted, the most coveted, usually has the highest premiums. We're getting this at cost for $36.21. We go to JM Bullion, one of the biggest, online dealers in the world. You're paying $42.41 with the card.
Can you put it up?
Yeah. Let me I got to share the whole screen 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
So JM Bullion, one of the biggest dealers online, top 3 in America. You're paying $42.41 with a card. That's a $6 difference, over $6.
Yeah.
Even if you go there, Mims, and you say, you know what, I want 10,000 Silver Eagles, and I'm going to send in a check wire, you're paying $38.71. Whereas with that cost, you're at $36.21. So a $2 difference, even if you decide to buy over 1,500 and do a check wire. Like, they can't touch us. No one can touch us.
Yeah, get your weight up. This is why, pricing does matter. Okay? Because not everybody just got a whole lot of money lying around, but they want to actually, convert the dollars and get some silver. So when you can save $6 an ounce and you're getting a tube, there's significant savings here. That's huge. So, $6 an ounce on an American Eagle, that's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer. So we always make sure we give you guys the best prices on these assets, and you take advantage. Take advantage.
All right, let's make a transition to crypto, guys, because I think this might be the biggest buying opportunity that has been given to us in quite a while. This is what the market looks like in the last month. You basically have 2 coins that have outperformed, OM and TEL, which I think TEL just popped. Okay. But you can see quality products down here, right? Chainlink down 27%. Near down 38%. Sol down 33%. Algorand down 37%. HBAR down 38%. Okay. So this last month in crypto has been tough. And, this is the shakeout. This is the biggest crypto shakeout I have ever seen. And I'm telling you guys, look, I'm just going to go over some good news, Mem. So tell me if this makes sense, right? All this news is coming out, and the price of crypto just keeps crashing, keeps going down. If you guys don't know, Donald Trump's World Liberty Forum has been buying Ethereum and Ondo and Chainlink and all these other coins like millions of dollars almost every other day. So New Mexico is about to buy up to $2 billion in Bitcoin if this bill passes. Literally, just put in. Google says we are exploring ways to lower entry barriers so Web 2 users can easily use Bitcoin. So Google is going to try to make it easier for people to get Bitcoin. Pro-crypto Howard Lutnick has been confirmed by the Senate as the U.S. Secretary of Commerce. This man has hundreds of millions of dollars in Bitcoin. He's a crypto OG. We played a video of him a couple weeks ago, Mims. This guy has stupid amounts of Bitcoin. He is now the Secretary of Commerce. And Mims, this is for you. Donald Trump posted 2 Ripple XRP articles back to back on Truth Social. Donald Trump effect bumps Ripple Labs, US deals, XRP gains. He posted that from CoinDesk. And then he also did another one from the block. Think about that. Donald Trump posting 2 articles in a row about crypto and XRP. I think the top cryptocurrency that's truly American and has founders because Bitcoin's anonymous. So the top American crypto, America's favorite president, tweets twice in the same hour. We're not done, Mims. Again, guys, think about how crazy this is. all this coming out and the markets are just dropping, whatever, right?
Right.
Fold is to become the first Bitcoin-only financial services company to go public on the NASDAQ tomorrow. They already have 1,000 Bitcoin on their balance sheet. Fold is like a debit or credit card where when you swipe it, you earn Bitcoin. But we're not done. NASDAQ files for changes to list Bitcoin index options. So the SEC and NASDAQ. Now, this is what needs to stop, guys. Okay. Let me get this full screen. Okay. Is what has killed crypto for the last 6 months. It's stupid meme coins. Okay. On pump fun. It's just degenerate gambling. Like you might as well play the lotto. You might as well go to the casino. But this is what people get caught up in because you have all these influencers on TikTok, on Twitter, telling you, oh, I made $1 million in a day. And now this is what everyone's doing, right? Find a meme coin, put money into it, and sell in 10 seconds. All right. So I hope that, like, other than like 1 or 2 memes, like, we're good. Okay. We're trying to change the world here, not buy dogs and frogs and everything like that. All right. Here's another one. This is Riot Platforms, Pierre Rochard to the Texas Senate. Bitcoin will continue to accrue long-term value. So now is a perfect time to make a strategic investment. I think we have about 30 to 35 states looking at buying a strategic Bitcoin reserve. And yet the price keeps going down and people are giving up on crypto and Bitcoin and XRP because price go down.
You can't hear anything.
Yeah, my bad. I wasn't sharing audio yet. All right. Well, Mims, I will get that ready.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, sorry, we're not even done yet. Michael Saylor, 6 hours ago, MicroStrategy is going to raise $2 billion to buy more Bitcoin. So yeah, I'll pull up the audio of that one. But Mims, maybe just again reassure the people here, know what you hold, focus on assets, blood in the streets. It's time to buy.
Hey, don't fuck this up, folks. Okay, just don't do it. All right, this is the largest wealth transfer in history. You missed this, that's it. It's not coming back. These prices. Once the flick the switch moment really takes place, you see, obviously, there's a lot of bullish sentiment. There's a lot of activity getting ready to take place in the crypto market, with Bitcoin and in real world assets in general. And I mean, right now, the reason I think that the market is still sideways with all this bullish information is because we're waiting for the stable coins bill. They want to get into these assets, but they don't want to sit in the asset because the asset is volatile, moves up and down. You can't run a company and your books ain't stable because you got to understand. So if the dollar is losing its credibility and status, the banks, the institutions, they want to put their money into something stable that can get them access into these markets. They want to be able to take profits off into something stable that's regulated, okay, that's backed, all right? And so right now, once we get our stable coins bill, once we get some regulations, obviously ISO compliance now happening in July, and then Basel III taking place. I mean, folks, this is what we're saying, buy now. This is like you said, it's a bear trap. You know what I mean? It looks like it's negative. It looks like we're going down. But if you're not aware of what's going on, if you're not getting educated, if you're not getting the updates, you don't realize like, whoa, this is actually just undervalued right now. Things are just really undervalued right now. When we're looking at a lot of the projects that we, constantly look at, everything is just down. It's just a perfect time to buy, So yeah, definitely stay plugged in, stay informed, get these assets now, because, when we go into this bull run full throttle, you don't want to be, wishing that you had got something. You want to be in position and ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not buying crypto right now and you bought in the last year, you're crazy. Why would you have bought something at $1 and not at 50 cents? That just doesn't make any sense.
Right.
It's just you don't have the right mindset. You don't have the right psychology. You don't have the right mentor, the community. I mean, guys, think about this. This is like a Bitcoin OG testifying in front of the Texas legislature about Bitcoin. And you're worried about the price of Bitcoin and other cryptos today? Nah. All right, let's listen in.
Over the past 13 years, I've written extensively on the investment case for Bitcoin and contributed code to open source Bitcoin projects. In 2020, I invented the concept of a government strategic Bitcoin reserve. Texas should acquire a strategic reserve to hedge against future uncertainty. While the state is currently blessed with a thriving economy, we must prepare for future downturns that could negatively impact tax receipts and existing state investments. Public trust in financial institutions has eroded due to a lack of transparency, but Bitcoin is a unique asset because it is fully auditable. The code is open source. The monetary policy can be independently verified by anyone using a normal computer. The Bitcoin software downloads the entire history of the ledger. Every transaction is checked to make sure that nobody is creating Bitcoin outside of the issuance schedule. And Bitcoin can only be issued to a competitive public mining process, unlike other cryptocurrencies such as Ethereum or XRP. Bitcoin is not dilutive, as there will always be fewer than 21 million Bitcoin, a finite scarcity. The average Bitcoin has been held longer than 2 years, and Bitcoin will continue to accrue long-term value. So now is the perfect time to make a strategic investment. Bitcoin software is engineered to maximize reliability through decentralization. There are no single points of failure. Thanks to this conservative approach to protocol development, Bitcoin continues to stand out as the digital gold of the 21st century.
So I'm gonna do some manifesting here, Mims. I think with Trump winning and the explosive success Doge is having in just a few weeks, I think people are finally fed up. They're fed up with the corruption, the fraud, the abuse that we have seen go on in our government, in the voting system, in the monetary system. We don't know what's real. We don't know what's fake because it's all centralized. It's all hidden. It all comes back to the Wizard of Oz and the guy behind the curtain pulling the strings. Love it or hate Bitcoin, the one thing it is it's decentralized and it's transparent. There's no way to hide it. There's no way to fake it. You know what you got. And when you get good cryptocurrency and blockchain, same thing when it comes to voting, same thing when it comes to auditing the government. And that's what Elon Musk is talking about. There's no reason for us to be stuck in this archaic, old, antiquated system of a central database and using ledgers that nobody can see if there's not, personal information on it. It's time that all of us, I don't care what your political views are, but we have got to go to the future, and that is blockchain and cryptocurrency and bringing on real world assets to the blockchain so we know what is actually real versus what is fake. That's what this whole thing is playing out right now, Mims. Like you have been talking about, forever, right? We're going from the fake to the real, the centralized to the decentralized, and the hidden to the transparent. And I'm here for it. And again, guys, we are the ones that are making this happen. The longer that you support corrupt governments, corrupt money, corrupt institutions, the longer this will go on. When the people rise up and we say, this is what we want real money, we want transparency and accountability, that's when this changes. I just that showed that birth rates and how the age that people could have kids just went up like crazy. Can you guess what year that happened, Mims, when people started to struggle because of inflation, because their money drastically changed, and they had to start to wait until they were older and saved up enough money to be able to have kids? Can you guess what year that happened?
What year was that, brother?
That was 1971, when we went off the gold standard. When we went off some sort of real something backing our money. Right now we have a fake Ponzi scheme like no one can even imagine. Like people have no idea of the corruption in this US dollar Federal Reserve System. And I think it's about to be exposed. Mims, I'll give you the last word tonight, brother. But that just got me fired up, man.
Man, money clap for Mike, man. I hope y'all tapped in on that, man. That was fire. Look, this the whole thing, folks. Everything is going to be on the blockchain. The dollar is losing its value and credibility status across the globe. So governments, institutions, and people will be looking for the real. You know what I mean? And as Bitcoin does well, the whole blockchain, other cryptos do well as well. I mean, obviously, you know, we love other ISO projects and things of that nature for payments. But this is the thing. Most people, you just don't know what you don't know, and you won't know unless somebody tells you. And so if somebody's not really, you know, putting this information out here on what's going on in the gold market, what's going on in the silver market, why are we seeing gold at all-time highs? Why are we seeing silver all-time highs? You know, why is Bitcoin moving the way it's moving right now? What is the market insight? You know, where's the real value? What are we looking forward to in the next, 12, 24 months? You know, where's this market going? You know, and so we're telling people right now that this is the best time to buy. A lot of people are concerned. They don't know what's going on. They don't know where to put their dollars. You know, some of the federal employees taking severance checks and they don't know what to do with their paper. I'm telling you, this is the time to get wealthy. You know, we've been saying this for a long time. If you didn't come from a wealthy family, this is the opportunity to make sure a wealthy family comes from you. Look, been saying this as well. I'd rather be 1 year, even 2 years too early than 1 day too late to the largest wealth transfer in history. Not everybody gonna make it. Nobody's coming to save you. You got to understand it. Not everybody's gonna make it. Okay, was it 1% of people who own silver? Less than that. Less than 7% of people in the world are in blockchain and crypto. Like, it's not a lot of us out here. So understand something. A little goes a long way, but you know, constantly, continuously, consistently accumulate these assets. These massively undervalued assets going to build wealth for you and your family.
I just had one thing you reminded me of, Mims. It is impossible for everyone in the world to own 2 ounces of silver. I want you to think about that. We got about 7 billion people in the world right now. It's impossible for every single one of them to own 2 ounces of silver. But tomorrow, for less than $100, you could own 2 ounces of silver. Stop measuring your wealth in dollars. It is the number one guaranteed way you will lose is to measure your wealth in dollars because the game is rigged. And that's what's being exposed.
Yeah. Measure it in ounces of silver, ounces of gold, right? Copper, whatever, real physical money, something that has value. Measure it in quantity, how many of a particular digital asset that has real utility, real use case, okay? And measure it in acreage, you know, how many acres of land you have. That's the real wealth, physical, tangible wealth. The dollar is not a unit of
digital
wealth.
And physical scarcity. I just thought of that when you were talking, right? Digital and physical scarcity. If it can be copied, faked, and duplicated, it ain't worth anything in the end. It will eventually go to nothing.
Yeah.
You can't create more land, right? When you have a good, solid cryptocurrency and the math is right, you can't create more of it. Same thing with physical gold and silver. You can find more of it, and you might find a new pocket of something in Mexico, but you can't create more of it out of thin air. Hey, we want to thank everyone who jumped on tonight. Guys, like this wherever you're watching. Share it out. Drop some comments. Share it with somebody who needs to hear this. This is a revolution, to be sure. Okay? The fake is being exposed. This is better than the Emerald City, brother. We are exposing the man behind the curtain. There is no more wizards.
We're the revolutionaries, folks. You know, it's our time. You know, I'm optimistic more than ever. You know what I mean? Like, this is our time, you know, but you just got to acquire the right assets, follow the right people, get the right information. Stay plugged in. Lace up.
All right.
Let's get